This video is for you. Yes, you who don't like to read instructions. Whenever you buy a topical treatment, there are instructions written at the back. These instructions are directions on how to apply. Also, on board the instructions, you have the active ingredient percentage clearly indicated. But the important part is on the direction, how or when to apply. Every antiperspirant you buy, you're supposed to apply at night. Why at night? Because at night, you're less active. Hauna shughuli nyingi, you're going to bed. So antiperspirants work best when you're less active. So they'll go in and duct the sweat pores. This way, or rather, you won't be able now to sweat excessively during the day. Una sweat less. So ni vizuri unapaka at night when you're less active, when you're sleeping. It works best when you're relaxed, when you're dead asleep. And then in the morning when you wake up, you reapply. So utapata chances of you sweating excessively ni kama zimepungua. Why? You see, when we talk about a change in the sweat patterns, we are talking about how you apply the antiperspirant. Compare yourself to vile ulikuwa before, prior to you not using topical treatments, and now your experience when you started using topical treatments. The difference is like night and day. Prior, you were sweating a lot. But when you started using, you started noticing a change. So if you used to sweat from morning to evening, unajipata unakaa 5 hours. For the first 5 hours, you're not sweating. Even when you sweat, it's not as worse as it was before. There are those who have even done 14 hours. And this is purely based on application. Another important factor is body chemistry, because it's different for all of us. There is client A who can apply a topical treatment and they get instant results. There are those who will apply and maybe in an hour or two, they start seeing the difference. Another one will start seeing difference after 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 10 days. Body chemistry, it's totally different. It's not the same for all of us. But one thing that really cuts across is discipline and frequency in application. So if you buy a topical treatment today and you have applied 2 days and you're still sweating, the topical treatment haina shida, iko sawa. The person to question here is you. How are you applying? Because honestly speaking, some of you don't read the instructions or follow the instructions given to you by HAK. Whether you're buying a topical treatment for your palms, your feet, your underarms, or whichever area, most of you don't read instructions. So you end up doing what you think should be done. You start applying these topical treatments the same way you would apply your regular stuff. Clinical products, mode of application is totally different from your regular brands. Think of how you can apply a regular product. It's not the same as a clinical one. Because even if you look at both of those brands, if you look at the back, everything is totally different, from the active ingredient percentage to when or how to apply. Application mode is the same, especially for the underarms. Whether you're using regular or clinical, dab and apply. If you don't dab and apply, when you sweat, hiyo antiperspirant yote itaenda kwa nguo yako. This is why you need to dab and apply. And this is strictly for the underarms. Even for your palms, you have to put a pea-size amount and then you have to rub for 5 seconds. How did I know about this? All these directions are indicated at the back of your topical treatment. So whether you're using Cape, whether you're using sweat block, satin dry, whichever the topical treatment, always read the instructions laid at the back. Hiyo ndo itakusaidia kuelewa the application process and what is needed. Others, if you don't read instructions, you'll end up making and repeating the same mistakes, and then you will think the topical treatment is not working. Saa zingine ni failure on your end, you don't read instructions, and then you don't even observe your triggers. Your triggers contribute to your sweat issues, so always observe your trigger. What triggers your sweat? What coping mechanisms have you deployed to deal with the issue? You see, approach treatment from a holistic perspective. Usikuwe tu na approach from this topical treatment is everything. If this thing doesn't cure me or doesn't stop me from sweating, then I'm doomed. That is the mindset that most of you have. And you wonder why it's failing you. You can demonize a topical treatment. But trust me when I say this, there is someone else who's praising it. You demonize it, it's working for someone else. So what's the difference? Body chemistry. If brand A is not working for me, brand B may not, brand C will do it for me. Brand A may work for me, brand B may not work for me or the other person, and vice versa. It's all about trying these treatments. Then there is long-term treatment, which is antiphoresis machine. We haven't exhausted all the treatments. You haven't exhausted all the treatments. Level 1 did not work. Level 2 is there. Have you tried level 2 treatments? So before you give up, before you demonize a product, before you say there is no hope or any solutions, my question to you is, have you exhausted all the treatment options? Have you? Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below and get in touch with the HAK if you have any other question or questions. Until then, sweat without shame.